Welcome to another Maz Play video. This is MazMojito, and today we're going to be continuing where we left off with The Front. Alright, so where we last left off, we were exploring this farm area up here at the top of the map. And just kind of see if what kind of resources we can find up here, what kind of loot we can find here. I'm not sure why this side of the barn door is blue, but at any rate, this is where we're at, up in the K3 sector. Eventually, once we clear this farm out, we're going to be looking for a place to set up a little base or a camp. Took a little bit of fall damage, but not too bad. Probably less than 30 points there, but yeah, we're just going to go around and explore. We have quite a few, they call them sickle fugitives. They almost come off like zombies. I'm not sure if they're even alive anymore, but they all have like these collars on them. These kind of like these prisoner collars around their necks. So I think they're kind of mindless, but we're just going to go around, see what we can find here. That was just one goon that we saw so far. Let's see here. Looks like there's another goon running at us. This stick does a really good job of keeping them kind of far away from us. As long as we keep poking them in the head, they go down pretty quick. And yeah, I'm not sure why that side of the barn is blue. It's kind of weird that when the rest of the barn is like an orangish red or whatever. This guy doesn't even see me. He's just busy looking at the ground. However, this guy does. So I'm kind of glad that there's not an aggro system where if one bad guy sees you, he can call the whole crew or the whole team to come gang up on you. So that's pretty neat. So we're just we could lead it. Well, okay. So this person saw me, and a lot of times they kind of camouflage in and blend in. Can't even see him. There's one just running on the ground crawling, so I'm gonna get some high ground and see if I can poke him from up here. That's if I can even reach him. Instead, maybe I'll just use my bow and arrow to see if I can chip some points away at him. But he seems to be, he's called a jumper. He seems to be not staying in one spot very long, so this may take a while, and I'm barely chipping off any kind of damage from him, as you can see. Maybe 14 damage. He has like over almost 2,000 in health, so this may take quite a while. I may have to jump down, just kind of poke him with my spear, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so he's down. That took a lot longer than I expected, but we got another random sickle pariah guy walking around. We'll see if we can take him out with arrows, but he seems to be moving a little bit too much. So I may have to jump down there and just kind of stab him with the stick. His health level is actually quite low. His maximum is 505, whereas the other guy I just beat was just under 2,000. Doesn't seem like he hits too hard, so we'll go ahead and take him out face to face. We'll also see what the guy crawling on the ground dropped for us. It's a lot of green recipes, so that's good. Those green recipes are pretty useful when you're crafting things because you can actually open them up and craft like the higher level version of it. Also, you don't have to unlock the skill. I think you could just craft it straight from the blueprint. I'm not sure, I haven't tested that completely, but it's kind of similar to an Ark and other games like that where that's blueprint or Engram type based games. If you find a blueprint or recipe, you can then just craft straight from there. So we got quite a few blocks of inventory available, so that's a good thing. Now, just a note that this is a single player game. I tried playing this before on a server, but the problem is because I don't play this game often enough, the base just decays and disappears, so I end up losing a lot of my progress. So from now on, I'm just going to be playing on a single player because that way I kind of control how much work I'm putting in and how much I'm going to lose as far as time as I'm trying out different games. So we'll continue to go through and search, see if we can find anything useful. After this, we're going to explore this area a little bit more, see if we can find a good spot to possibly make a base, hopefully somewhere by a good source of clean water. Okay, so looking at the map, looks like we got 2 question mark areas to go explore. So I think there was one just a little bit north of the farm here. So we're going to make our way over there and see what the question mark was drawing attention to. There is a little red cabin over there off to the side. Maybe that's where the question mark is pointing us to. Oh, actually the question mark was letting us know that there are rabbits around here. So this is a good area if you want to hunt some rabbits. So walking around here, we'll take a look, see if we do see any. That'll give us at least some fur and some meat. And here we go. They are all over this rock. And I saw one jumping in the background. So just one stab from the spear and they're down. So now I have to whack away with a knife. And as you can see on the side of the screen, there's even more just kind of hopping around, ignoring me, not knowing that they're going to be dinner. Well, at least they improved that. I only had to hit it twice, whereas in the past I had to hit the rabbit like 10 times, 5 to 10 times before it would give me all of the resources that was in it. So that's a good thing. I'm glad they sped that up since the last time I played this game. So while we're out and about, we're still going to be picking up things. We're still going to be mining any kind of resources we find. And because the mining seems to give us a pretty good experience bump as we're going around. So we're seeing sulfur, we're seeing stone, we're seeing copper. This does not appear to be a mineable resource because that seems to be where the rabbits are spawning out of. So we'll just go ahead and pick all that up. Doesn't seem like there's a big weight penalty until I really fill up all of my squares. So I'm just going to quickly make my way this way towards that little cabin that I saw off to the side while picking up resources on the way. And then again, ultimately the goal is to find a good spot, preferably one next to water so that we can build a base. Okay, we made it to this next point of interest and looks like it has like a little outlaw guard here. So we'll go ahead and stab him in the head a couple times. I noticed that all the characters on the island have that collar on them. So we all must be some kind of like prisoners. This must be like some kind of prisoner island, kind of like some of these other survival games dealing with islands dedicated for convicts like Scum. And yeah, I guess you can kind of say Ark, where you're not really a prisoner, but more like some kind of clone or something, because everyone has a crystal in their arm. So that seems to be a theme. This is a really nice house. It's too bad that we can't really take it over and live here, because points of interest just kind of block all of your little building uh, work benches and stuff like that. But at least we got some loot out of here with that blue crate. There's not much more in here. Too bad we can't sleep on the bed, but this is a good little spot. So I think this is going to clear up the question mark that I had on the map, which was basically this point of interest. And we're going to just keep it moving to the right. I did see a nice source of water and a river in the distance, a little bit more to the east and south, so we're just going to keep heading in that general direction. Meanwhile, we won't stop with picking up the resources and chopping trees, because that does give us a decent amount of experience points, and we can continue to unlock new technology as we're going about as far as blueprints and skills. Okay, so we're coming up on another point of interest location, similar to the red house that we just left. So I would suspect that there'll probably be some kind of outlaw or zombie or pariah or something like that over here. That's probably going to attack us. That seems to be the theme. They usually have one bad guy over by the point of interest, one or more, and they usually come attacking. So there we go. He's here to defend his point of interest. He is a axe menace, okay? And he is down, so we'll go ahead and take his loot. Those purple items, the ether shards, are very important because they seem to be the currency that you need to unlock new skills. So the only way that I've been able to get those so far is to keep killing the bad guy people. It doesn't seem like the animals really give us the ether shards, so we'll just basically look at any opportunity we can to take out any kind of outlaws or crazy farmers or like that one guy, crazy axe murderers or whatever he was. So there's a couple unique things to mine over here other than stone. That's giving me a pretty good, decent clip of XP because I must have leveled up at least 3 or 4 times since I've been over in this area. So I still don't have the workbench to actually take advantage of the resources that I've collected so far. But that won't stop us. We're going to keep just harvesting those resources. And again, my pick just broke, so we'll just go ahead and fix that if we can. But we're headed towards the L4 area because there's a nice little river that goes out to the ocean, and it seems to go uphill to a nice little pond there. So we'll discover that point of interest there with the question mark, see what that is, and probably make our way up to that little pool of water. That'd probably be a really good spot to build our first base. Alright, so we made it to our first source of fresh water there. We have a nice little river. Looks like it's going downhill, so we're gonna follow this river uphill to see if we can find the spot where it's kind of pulling together. But while we're at it, we'll go ahead and harvest as many of these reeds as we can, because that seems to give us a pretty good, decent amount of XP, and it's giving us the crafting materials we need for some of the recipes where we've been unlocking. There's actually a bridge over here, so I could just wade across the water and go to the other side, but I actually want to see if there's anything worth looking at on this bridge. It looks like the water just kind of flows over in a waterfall behind me, so that's probably not going to be a good area to build a base. Here's another point of interest over here, the red house. So I suspect it's probably set up the same as the other 2 points of interest that I just visited, where you probably have some kind of marauder or outlaw or pariah or somebody guarding it, and who's going to probably run out and attack me. And again, 2 pokes to the head, they're usually going to go down. None of this is lootable, so that looks like that's just kind of decoration. I noticed that the things that are blue are actually your lootable items, so at least they do some kind of color indicator to help you know where to look for any kind of loot. This house does not appear to be open. Looks like everything you need is on the outside. Oh, I stand corrected. There is more decorations out here. And we have a loot box here. So just a couple things, some food and wheat. So yeah, nothing much over here. Nobody attacked us, so we're going to keep it moving. So it looks like we have more than one point of interest over here. We have like some kind of farm slash factory looking place. And then we have this tall building with this wrecked car here blocking our way through. Now there's a red bar here, so that tells me that we probably can mine this and get some resources out of it. And it can also remove this obstacle that's in our way. So we'll come back and we'll explore that little point of interest a little bit later. For now, I'm just doing some more exploration because I still want to find a good location for us to set up camp. The sun's going down, it's getting dark, and yeah, I'd like to have a house somewhere or a base somewhere. So there's one point of interest down there. The point of interest to the upper, looks like a northwest area, is that farm that we're passed by. So we're going to go back up there and explore that. But for now, we're going to go ahead and put a bookmark in, and we're going to come back and do more exploration in the next video. So as always, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. And we will see you in the next video.